And we live. Y'all welcome back, man, to the ZG33 and Donjel 209 podcast. And y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And don't forget to check out our other videos. And don't forget, keep on tapping in. But today we talking about finding time to be creative and balancing work and goals. And by that, I mean, if you're somebody who has other pursuits outside of work, if you are creative, if you make videos or YouTube or you have a business, that's basically what we're talking about. How you can find time to be creative and make sure that nothing is slipping on either end. Because I remember, like, through life, I felt like I couldn't do both. I felt like I couldn't work and still be handling my business when it comes to being creative. Like, I just didn't have the endurance to handle both at the time, though. I just didn't know that.
Hell yeah. That reminds me, bro. I went like I did the dumbest shit ever, bro. Like I had a job, but at the same time I was trying to rap. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Like I need to go full time into my rap shit and I quit my job to pursue rap. But I wasn't making no money off rap. I had just had bread saved up and I thought I was gonna be able to make the change. And it's like,
Hmm.
like, bruh, nah, what wasn't happening, bro. Wasn't gonna work. You know,
Hmm.
like that's the thing is like you actually do have enough time, especially considering like most people are working about 8 hours, bro. Like you
Hmm.
actually do have enough time to pursue fucking three different things. Like, bro, you could be a fucking chess grandmaster, a fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu grandmaster, and a goddamn tennis grandmaster. I don't fucking know, nigga. A fucking algebra grandmaster. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
goddamn, you could do all that shit without having to dedicate your full life to one of them. Like you don't have to quit your fucking job because you want to become good at chess, bro.
hmm
Like
and
there's enough time in the day to knock it all out.
exactly. And like one thing that people tend to forget about, and something that I had forgot about before, because I've done the same thing that you're talking about, where I felt like I had to give up the work thing to try to focus. And I can understand if you may do that for like short periods of time or something like that when you're younger. But like once you start getting older, it's like, bro, you got to keep your money rolling, and then be also working on what you're doing. And think about it like that. Like, we talk about, working overtime if you can work overtime, and working two jobs if you can work two jobs. Or if you only have one job, then your other job is working on whatever your creative pursuit is, or whatever, like if you have a business or something like that. So you can't come home and say, oh, it's time to sleep now. If you come home, if you worked 8 hours at work, okay, it's time to put in another at least, 4 to 6 or maybe 8, and then do it again and do it again. And even if it's only like 3 days, you got to do that. And you also have your weekends too. So every week, what I'm saying, every weekend you have time to work on your creative pursuits. Like, it's not like you just need to immerse it. A lot of people will be like, well, I heard Elon Musk works 80 hours, so I got to work 80 hours on my business, so I can't do two things at once. Like, no. And plus, you when you have something else that's bringing money in for you, it's taking care of your bills, and you have the money to upgrade your equipment, upgrade whatever it is that you need in your creative pursuit, then you kind of be a fool to just quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely there's definitely a point of balance that you can reach, and you have to build your work endurance. And it's funny, I've built my work endurance being creative by building my work endurance by just going to work. There was like a year where I didn't do nothing creative for real. All I did was go to work, but I worked a lot. I worked 16-hour shifts all the time. I was working anywhere from 60 to 100-hour weeks, and that taught me how to just grind. So I learned how to do that while I work. I learned how to work on YouTube while I work. Like, I'm working now and I still am doing YouTube. I don't really do YouTube on work days, but I do them on my days off because I got a decent amount of days off, so I can do my YouTube then. I do YouTube every day for the most part when I'm on my off days. You just got to find that balance. Try to find a schedule that's better for you, or a schedule that works for you. But you don't. I wouldn't just say give up because you're working. Like, well, I guess I'll just work, or just feel like you got to quit what you're doing to pursue your creative goals. Like there is a balance that you could find in there.
Or quitting your creative goals because you feel like you gotta pursue work. Because we done been there too. I know I
Yeah.
have for sure. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, bro, but you know what? I think that part of that just comes from like the fantasy that everybody has of like hitting the lotto and being able to never
Hmm.
work again.
Yeah.
Like people have this fantasy of like that nobody really wants to go to work, and I feel them honestly. Like, nigga, I ain't trying to go to work either, bro. You give me a couple mil, bro, I'm out that bitch, bro, for
Yeah. For
good.
real.
Nigga, I'm not trying to become the fucking a worldwide conglomerate. None of that, bruh. Just give me a little
Hmm.
meal, give me a couple meal, and I'll get out your fucking way. You
Facts.
know, hell yeah, I will not be your competition. Goddamn it, I'll be out your way.
Exactly. Like, and that's the thing. I felt that way too. Like, you really just don't be wanting to go to work. That'll kind of take over too, and you want to just focus on what you're doing. It's almost like just being too comfortable. Like, of course, it's nice to just sit there and work on whatever it is you want to work on. And that's the thing, you got to know yourself too. Like, if you had a whole day, are you going to work on what it is you need to work on that whole day? Or are you going to work on your creative goals for 4 hours and bullshit the rest of the time? I found myself doing that before too. And I was like, you know what, bro? I got time to be working full time and doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was tripping. Like, sometimes you tell yourself, you know, work's gonna make you tired. So you may not have as much energy, but you gotta learn how to just, maybe drink you an energy drink you some coffee and boot right back up and go right back in. You can't just come home and be like, okay, well, that's it. Like, you have to
And
allot the time.
yeah, yeah, and like you gotta be smart. Like if you want time, if you want to have like figure out what time do you want. Like you want all week, you know, to where you don't have to worry about anything except going to work, and that's it. It's like, okay, you can have that day or you can have that week. Do all your fucking laundry on, fucking do your grocery shopping, like do the fucking shit that you need to do, you know, and goddamn shit, that shit'll be done. You'll have the rest of the fucking week, bro. Like,
Hmm.
like what time do you actually want off? Like, figure that shit out. The other time, when the time you're working anyways, knock all that shit out and you'll have your time. It's not that hard, bro. And I think like I feel like that's like because that's one of my main things with like one of the things that you have to really notice like when you're in a slump, when you're down bad, the first thing you got to notice is how much time there actually is in a day. And
Hmm.
like think about it, like what kind of day are you gonna have? You're gonna have a day like a fucking hustler, or you're gonna have a day like a homeless person,
Hmm.
where like you're gonna have a day where you're messaging people left and right, trying to make moves and figure shit out, or a day where you're fucking panhandling, you know? Fucking yeah, every now and then somebody hands you a sandwich out the fucking window. Every now and then someone hands you a $10 bill, but fuck those kind of gains, bro. Like you want the real fucking gains,
Hmm.
you know?
Exactly. And it's like, bro, this kind of coins, like, that's the thing with the working two jobs. If you in a slump, hustling, and that's another thing though. What I did like about that time period where I just gave up all creative pursuits and worked, it made me miss being creative and miss working on those things, to the point where I was like, all right, I gotta find me another situation where I actually have time to work on that. And now it's like I'm having time to work on it, because I wasn't doing YouTube consistent at all before at my other job, because I was so focused on running up a bag. But now it's like, okay, like I'm at a place now where it's like I can run up a bag and still have time, because I'm at a whole nother place where it's just different. So it's like you got to find some stuff that works for you. of course the goal is always to, you know, be independent and not have to work and, you know, have your own businesses in order and everything. But you know, you got to build up and work your way up to that point. And you want to make sure whatever it is that you're doing has some legs, is actually making you some money and enough to be sustainable too. So, yeah, like you said, it's like you be kind of wanting to hit the lottery. Like, well, this time if I quit, I'm gonna be so focused that I'm whatever I do is gonna blow up. It's just gonna work. Like you be telling yourself that because you heard somebody it worked for somebody else, but also other people hit the lottery. You know what I'm saying? Like
bro.
whatever your situation. Go ahead.
Like fucking 8 years ago, bro. I was like, I was feeling like that about music, bro. Like I was thinking, like, bruh, all I need is a fucking MacBook, bro. If I just get this fucking MacBook, bro, like, nigga, I'm about to be so fucking dialed in that goddamn, nigga, my next shit going viral. And it's like, bruh, that MacBook ain't gonna do shit for your ass, bruh. Ain't gonna do nothing for you.
On God. Marsfield Lime said weekdays are crucial some weeks. What's your guys' take on weekends like Saturday, Sunday, or does it matter? Can you explain what you mean a little more by that question? Like, like what? Let me see something doesn't matter.
Yeah, like what about weekends?
Yeah, like what should you be doing on weekends, or that's what I'm trying to figure out. Just drop it in the comments. I'll see it. But yeah, like when you working, man, you gotta. That's just like you said. You when you working two jobs, or if you working a lot of overtime, you start to realize how important time is, and then you start to realize how much time you have. He
Yeah.
said business hours being open to get business handled. Let me see. Weekdays are crucial some weeks. What is your guys' take on weekends? Like Saturday, Sunday doesn't matter. Business
As
hours being
as
open to get business handled.
as far as that, all I can really say is in the work world, you get to choose your weekends. Your weekends are your fucking off days, bro. And
Yeah,
yeah, like goddamn, when I like my off days are like Monday, Tuesday. It depends on the week, you know. But if my off day is Monday, Tuesday, you know, then it's like, I mean that's the thing. It's like what, like I said, bro. What time do you want, bro? Like, nigga, do you want to be off on Saturday, Sunday? Because if you do, then goddamn, maybe you want to work at a fucking church or something. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Or at a school or some shit where they're closed weekends or something. You
yeah,
know, like it.
because that's like he said to me. I don't care about like weekends like that. Like my off days or whatever days I'm off. Like I'm not really tripping. Like there's some people who want schedules so they can have the weekends off because they got kids or they like to do stuff on the weekends. But I'm like, bro, to me, anything that I want to do can be done during the week. Like I don't party or nothing like that. So it's like I don't really need weekends. Like I just whatever days I have off, those are my days off. Like all I do is like make YouTube videos and go to the gym and stuff like that. Like I don't really need I'm not a weekend person no more. Like I used to be. I used to like weekend, oh Saturday, where to turn up and all that goofy ass shit, but I don't do that no more.
Yeah,
So
we
now
weekends, like the Saturday, Sunday weekend disappears once you leave high school, and then it doesn't come back until you have kids, bro. Like,
he said y'all
nigga,
answered it. Okay,
there
cool, cool.
there's no significance to Saturday or Sunday in my mind other than UFC fights happen on Saturdays.
Mm,
Like, other than that, like, you know, it doesn't really matter what day I'm off. But yeah, that shit, I don't know. Some people, bruh, I mean, yeah, if you got kids, then yeah, that's one thing. Some motherfuckers just like, especially in the restaurant business, bro, niggas be weasels when the fucking weekends come up. Niggas be thinking like niggas do not be trying to work no motherfucking weekends, bro. Especially if you work in a busy place, you gonna get your ass beaten that motherfucker.
Mm. Yeah, and then you got to think like some people are super. Like I know people who call off work. I've seen people do it. They call off work to go watch games. They call off work to watch fights. Like they call off work
Giving up
to
money
yeah,
twice
yeah,
over.
to go watch a fight or watch a basketball game. Like I'd be like, dang, it's not that serious. Like why don't you listen to it with your headphones or something? Or like to me, nothing like that is that important. Like I don't have any in the like I don't do any, I don't care about any of that stuff.
That's
Like
what
I don't.
I'm saying, bro. Like if this shit don't got nothing to do with equity, like at some level, you know, like if it ain't got nothing to do with that, bro, then I'm not really tripping on that shit, bro. Like,
Mm,
don't really give a fuck about it. And that's why I'm so hard to get along with, bro. Cause like even with my own family, bro. Like my little brother is like, he's telling me like, yeah, bro, like I'm watching The Hangover 3. I'm like, oh, for real. I'm trying to be nice. Like I wanted to say lame ass nigga,
mm,
but nigga, I'm trying to be nice. So I'm like, oh, okay, shit, that's what's up. He's like, you ain't never seen it? I'm like, nah, I never seen none of them. He like telling me all this shit about the movie. Like, bruh, why is any of this dumb shit in your head? Like, why are you watching this dumbass movie and talking to me about this dumbass shit, bro? Like, this ain't got
yeah.
nothing to do with no equity, bro. And I feel like that should be the default, you know? Like, you should default to conversations about equity at some level, equity at some level, you
Hmm.
know? But it's like when I can't default the conversation into like, oh, have you the Hangover 3? Like bro, I don't give a fuck about the Hangover 3. Like I don't care about any game that's going on or any like all these sports fanatics. These motherfuckers are tweaking, bro.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
Just
what I'm
just
saying.
just praising the greatness of another man. Like
Yeah, I
yeah,
can't like, bro. It's hard for me to even watch. Like, if somebody put me on to a good movie, I'll watch it all the way through. But it's hard for me to even watch a movie. It's hard for me to watch a show. It just can't keep my attention. Like, I'm just watching something like some fantasy movie. Like I gotta be like high out of my mind or something to even enjoy it. Cause like I'd rather watch a YouTube video about something, like learning something or read something that's giving me more knowledge. That's just how I work. Like I don't think there's anything wrong personally with people who do that. But if you're one of those people, you can't complain about time though. If you spend all your time doing stuff during your free time, like if you spend your free time watching TV, movies, sports events, and just chilling, and then you're like, man, I wish I had more time. You're tripping. But
yeah,
if you're cool with just like if that's what your life is, based on just, going to work, getting the money you need to pay your bills, and in your free time you like to just chill and watch games, that's cool too, because everybody wants something different out of life. But me, on the
right.
other hand, like, bro, like all my free time got to be spent either like recovering or recuperating so I can go right back in, or like I'm doing something like getting, if I'm not running errands or anything like that I gotta do, like I'm working on videos, working on YouTube, going live, uh reading, learn, like trying to get my thoughts together for certain things, just doing different things that's gonna boost my life up. Like I'm not just out here just chilling. Like I can't do that. Like the only time you'll catch me just chilling is if I'm just like spent physically from everything I've been doing, and it's like, all right, bro, you need to lay down and sleep so you can recharge, or your performance gonna dip. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. And like I found myself realizing, I was like, bro, I was bullshitting myself for a lot of time. Like I could have been getting so much more done on the creative side of things and on the work slash financial side of things if I would have just put in more time. Like I spent a lot of time bullshitting. Like I'll be like, some people can drink and smoke and all this stuff, but if I do that, bro, it might kill my day. Like my day might turn into a very unproductive day if I smoke. So it's like back then I was smoking and doing nothing all day. I might smoke and play the Xbox the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Just keep rolling up weed and playing Xbox. Like, or I might get drunk. All right, I'm drunk now I can't leave the house. So I'm just gonna stay in the crib all day and do what it do in the crib. Like that's how I used to like I would just kill time like that instead of just being productive. Like I've been the most sober, not sober, been the most sober I've ever been these past couple months, and been the most productive I've ever been, just because like there's no downtime. Like there's and sometimes like if I try to get high, like even last year, like if I would try to get high for real, like it would just remind me, they'd be like, boy, you got a lot of stuff you need to be doing. Boy, you got a lot of stuff you could be doing, stuff like that. Like it's like I couldn't even enjoy it. Like it's like I got to go on a vacation or out of town to even enjoy it because my mind is just always working. Like, ooh, you should be reading. Ooh, you should be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing, when you waste a lot of time and you realize you've wasted a lot of time, it makes it a lot easier just to be like, dang, to respect your time. Like
Yeah,
once you have your time taken from you, you're gonna be able to respect your time a lot more.
hell yeah. Like, cause yeah, you do have to have like some value on your time. Like, you gotta understand that part of it, bro, because you can waste it. Like you can waste your fucking time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And goddamn, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, bro. It's like people just do the dumbest shit, bro. Like that's everyone's problem, because it's like when I forgot who the fuck it was, but someone said like just picture how things like how good the world could be. Not that I care about any of that. Y'all know me. But just picture how good the world could be if we just stop making things worse. Like we don't even need to have a fucking this overall plan of what to do. Just quit doing dumb shit. Like just stop with the dumb shit, and it's like there's motherfuckers who are fucking bar hopping, like think of all the time that one person spends in bars.
Mm-hmm.
Just picture if all and after all that, picture the benefit that they got from all that time. It's like now you're a 60-year-old man. How many of your fucking of the friends you still have around did you meet in a bar? Oh, none of them. Oh, okay. It's like what do you really have to show for what you're doing? Like
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I mean by like in the saying analogously, that's what I mean by just don't be making things worse. Like, just replace that time with playing chess, and your life would be much better. Like, replace that time with goddamn. Well, that's the thing, bro. Because bars is tricky because it's like a social thing too. Like, I'm not saying be a total recluse, motherfucker. There's other ways to be social. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's like people will and that's the thing also is I feel like bars are really good. They're really good social places for like the first 20 minutes that you're there. After that, everyone's drunk and it's a fucking terrible place, like if we're being honest.
Yeah, it only gets worse as the night goes on.
Yeah,
People only get more
like
and more belligerent.
yeah, hell yeah. And then like oh no, bro, it's like that's all people got to do is like just replace that shit. It's simple things like that, bro. Like the same way if you wanted to make your health better, there's a simple thing you could do. Just take the regular pasta and use fucking spinach pasta, whatever the fuck, you know. There's like small things you can do like that, bro, and just do that with the whole meal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You do that with the whole fucking meal, and you just end up with this splendid dish, you know. And that's all that you're doing with your life. It's just okay. I'm using this time to do this. you know, and instead of sitting around, you know, looking at tiny home videos before I go to work, you know, I'm gonna insert constructive thing for your life here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, that's all you're really doing. It really helps to think of it like that, bro. Think of it like just taking a regular pasta out and throwing in a fucking spinach pasta, broccoli pasta, whatever it is, you know. You're just doing that with your life, with the whole dish though,
Mm-hmm.
until you end up with something, you know, something like this.
Facts. But shit, I don't really got no more on that topic. I feel like we got to nailed it to the cross.
Yeah, I feel like
And
I think the last part of that is the most practical, you know.
mm-hmm.
Like a lot of things just are about mindset, but I think like one, you really got to wrap around your head how many hours there are in a day, and you just have to stop doing dumb shit, you know.
Yeah, stop wasting your time. Start doing things that are productive, and stop doing the things that you know aren't really adding much. Like save that for like one day, kind of like you would with nutrition, right? Like you eat healthy majority of the week and you might have a cheat meal. Like, you
Hmm.
know, you every day you need to be being productive, and maybe you can allot yourself a couple hours to do something that don't matter, or do something that's, you know, just whatever, or lay down and bullshit. Like you gotta
And
regiment yourself.
yeah, yeah, and think of yourself as the person that you're gonna be, you know? Like think as the older person that you're gonna be. What kind of person do you want to be? You want to be the guy, it's like you're 50 years old and you've been bar hopping for the past 25 years, or you're 50 years old, you sacrificed the bar, you know, and you've been doing jujitsu. You have
Mm-hmm.
way, you know, you'll have a way closer social circle, you know, and it's just gonna be better for your life overall. Like, you know, even if you're worse physically, you'll still be better overall. You know, if you do that, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's like you go to the bar for 30 fucking years and goddamn, you're perfectly fine. You know, you're 50, you're in your late 50s and you feel fine. You do jujitsu for 30 years, you know, fucking 10% of your body's broken, but goddamn, but there's no comparison, bro. There's no comparison to the kind of guy you would want to be, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never, bro. I would never want to be this fucking bar hopper. Fuck that shit.
Facts.
Yeah, so you gotta. I mean, that's the thing, you know. Like, think of yourself as the older person that you're gonna be. Learn a fucking language. That I mean, shit. The time's gonna pass anyways. You want to be a 55-year-old woman who can fucking, you know, who can speak 4 fucking languages, or you want to be a 55-year-old bimbo who doesn't know shit.
Exactly. And you got to remember that, because that time, like you said, the time going to pass, and it's going to pass fast too. You're going to look up and be like, dang.
It's gonna pass anyways, you know. So shit, you nigga, go ahead and put your bids in for what kind of person you want to be. The time gonna pass anyways.
Facts. But that's all we got for this one, man. Y'all find time to be creative, balance work and your goals. You know, you don't ever have to give up one for the other. You don't ever have to stop being creative. Don't ever give up on your creative pursuits just because you're too busy. Like, there's always something that you can be doing. There's always a little small thing that you can do. Find a little piece of something that's going to make it better. Like, even if you can't do the whole thing, just find something that's going to contribute to it. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Don't forget to take heed to this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and overstanding we imparted on y'all today, man. And y'all be easy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to ZG33 if you haven't, and Dondro209 if you haven't. And go check out the other videos and the other lives under the live tab. It's not always showing up under my videos. You got to go under the live tab to see all the other live streams, and you'll find them all there. Go tap in, and y'all have a good one, man. We up out of here.